Okay, let's see. Got the cabinets done. I call them cabinets. That's how big the cabinet is. It's cabinets. But I got those done. Got those down here in a little safer environment in my rebuild area. Can't do much with them right now. I'll talk about that at the end probably. The Playfield's gonna be the next thing that I get into. So I've got a CPR main and I've got a Mirco upper. Now, the CPR main was supplied with the game. The customer sent it along with the game, so that was good. And I sourced the Mirco upper. And you know, the minute I got it, I looked at it and I immediately, politely, I'm never an asshole, at least not initially. But I politely told him, said, you know, Playfield order looks good. I ordered 3 or 4 others and they look good. I mean, I got a creature Playfield that looks phenomenal and a couple other things. So I'm not anti-Mirco. I mean, there's definitely issues there and I know how to sort those out and I've been over that and I will go over that. But, you know, the print's good and it's a serviceable part. So anyway, but I told him, I said that, you know, got the order, everything looks good, but this Banzai run Playfield's terrible, you know, and I sent him a picture of that off-centered art. And the reason that's so important, just so you'll know, when you're standing here holding the flippers, looking at that Banzai run, that post, that center post and the border around that is just, it's one of the biggest things you see. I mean, it's so in your face. It's not like it's tucked away up in the corner, if it's over there. I mean, I'm not splitting hairs when I criticize this thing. I mean, I'm talking about this is a glaring issue. So I sent him a picture of that, told him, you know, could you send me a better one? He's like, oh, sorry, but no, this is the last one. I was like, well, I really need to do something with this, you know, soon. Well, I won't rerun them until mid-May, and this was back in March. And so I was like, okay, I didn't say much else about it because I know what I'm dealing with. I mean, you know, he doesn't have any more, you don't have any more. Not willing to accommodate me in any way. I get it, I understand, I can sense it, it's fine. So I figured, well, I'll just deal with it. But I didn't quite get around to it right then. It took a little while for things to evolve, other things I had brewing, so I thought, hey, so you know, we're getting close to mid-May, this is the end of April, let me reach back out, we should be pretty close. You know, basically same, kind of just blowing me off and like, it's the only one I have, and I won't run them again for 4 weeks. Now it's 4 weeks. So now we're talking what? Now we're gonna be seeing these things in June. I'll be done with this thing in 4 weeks. So I don't have time for this shit. So anyway, I dealt with it. You'll get to see that in a very condensed form. No, I cannot ever capture a video that would show what it really takes to deal with something like that. But I can at least give you a feel for it. So we've done that, got the CPR Playfield in order, and that's pretty much what you'll be seeing. And got probably a little bit more aggressive music today because I was so annoyed the whole time I was doing this that's just how I'm feeling. So there we go. All right, let's tear this thing down.
skin. I call it quits, and I don't think what do they know? No. Go to work in some high rise and vacation on Gulf of Mexico. Ooh yeah. Well, there's winners and there's losers, but they ain't no big deal. Just a simple man, baby, pays the thrills, the pills that kill. Ah, but ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, baby, ain't that America? I'm for the free, yeah. The big houses for you and me. Ain't that America? You and me, ain't that America? Something to see, baby, ain't that America? I'm for the free, yeah. The big houses for you and me. Yeah, for you and me. Yeah, yeah,
All right, let's see. I got the 2 playfields ready to go. Relatively speaking, they're cleared. The CPR playfield, no problem. That was easy. Didn't need much. Sand it down, re-clear. It's a little bit wavy looking right now, but that's not a problem. I don't really like them to be perfectly flat either. I go over this all the time. I like my cabinets to be perfectly flat and slick. I like my playfields to be, just whatever they are. I don't want to fight them to make them flat, because when you make them flat, the ball just flies all over the place and it doesn't really play well. What usually happens every time in the past, I don't do this anymore, but I used to really try to get the playfields like perfectly flat and slick as glass, and would always get the same comments from the owners, and this has probably been about 15 years ago or even longer. I was doing that, and they would say, it looks beautiful, but it doesn't play the same. And I don't think they were trying to be negative, but I didn't like it. I didn't like to hear that. So I was like, yeah, I can see why. And the reason why is because I just turned the playfield into an ice skating rink. And so I try to avoid that. I don't fight these playfields to try to make them flat. Some of them are pretty flat. I just finished this cuber that I've had to clear, I think 4 different times and repaint half of that. And of course it's flat, because by the time you've cleared it so many times, then it's naturally going to be flat. But I don't like to over clear them. I don't like to try to make them flat. I don't like any of those things. And it's not because I can't do it, obviously. It's because I don't like the way the games play, and then the people that get them don't like the way they play. And I don't want to make somebody a $20,000 Banzai run that looks beautiful but they hate to play. And so I feel really confident and comfortable with the way that playfield is laid out. It looks good. And I know that when I see that, I'm like, okay, that's going to probably play well. Now the Mirko playfield, that upper playfield, I mean, I'm not really going to even go on and on about that. What you see is what you get. I had to fix a bunch of things, drill things, slot things, make things work. It was still better than having to restore the original, because I looked really closely at the original. I thought, I'm just going to restore the original. But once I really got to looking at the original, I couldn't see anything that didn't need to be repainted. I mean, seriously, I didn't see anything. And half of it's under Mylar, and I could still see problems, but vertical cracking, chalked out inserts, insert wear, discoloration between where it's Mylar and not, and just on and on and on. And I just look at it and like, I got to repaint the whole playfield, and that's not that practical. I'd rather deal with the issues with the Mirko, because at the end of the day, I'm going to walk away with something that's nicer cosmetically. It's brighter, it's more vivid looking. So kept that to a minimal approach, fixed all the things I need to fix, recentered that post hole art. That was annoying as shit. And we're good. So I have the cabinet down here out of harm's way, because I don't want to keep it up there in that paint shop. When they get done, I want them out of there. But I have the cabinet down here, and I could start rebuilding it, but I don't have any side rails for it. So until I get some side rails, that's pretty much dead in the water. Can't do anything about it, because when you deal with a game like Banzai Run, the entire head has to be placed over top of the side rails. It sandwiches the side rails underneath the head, whereas most of these games got hinges, and you could you could build the cabinet and just pop the rails on or off whenever you wanted to, but you can't do that with Banzai Run. Essentially, the game's built around the rails. So no rails, no activities for that. So that kind of leads me to where I'm at right now. Can't do anything with the cabinet. That's probably for the best. It can sit here and cure for a couple days. Not gonna hurt anything. Can't do anything with the playfields. Same reason. And I don't want to have too much of it apart. So I've got the upper playfield apart right now. I'll probably go through all those parts in between some other stuff I'm working on and get that all basically conditioned and labeled and set to the side. And then I'll take apart the main playfield and do the same. But I don't want to have both of them apart without categorizing everything, getting through all the parts of one before I start the other, because they can get mixed and matched, and I'd sort it out obviously, but it just make more work for me, so I don't need that. So we're probably good for a little bit, but that's the milestone that I'm at now, so I'll call that good for now until I can circle back around to it. Could be a little while, and whenever it is, I'll be back.